Today we're going to be checking out a portable ice maker. YouTube, welcome to the channel. My name's Jason. Here on this channel, I do a lot of food and product reviews. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Like I said, today we are checking out a portable ice maker by Newair. So this is the ice maker from Newair, the compact ice maker. Makes 2 ice cube size, a small and a large. Makes up to 33 pounds of ice a day and makes new ice every 8 minutes. So here we go. Here is the compact ice maker from Newair. Compact is a relative term. It's about the size of, say, an air fryer, so it's not huge. Heading over to their website, as you can see, it's $199, and I will leave a link in the description below and a code where you can save 10% on your purchase. All right, so we have the black, as you see, I have here in front of me. There's also a white version, which is not really showing up that well, and then you can get it in like a stainless steel color. I'll leave a link to their website there. It's newair.com, and they have many other devices too, wine fridges, beverage fridges. You got the ice makers, cigar humidifiers, cooling, heating, and other things. So go ahead and check out their website. So here's the device here. So on the front of the device here, we have the power button, the select button, which that way you will select between either large ice cubes or smaller ones, and then 2 lights down here. One, it'll tell you when the ice, it'll light up red over here if your bin here is full of ice, and it'll also light up over here if you need to add water to the device. You just lift the lid here, and you're gonna pour your water in here. There's a little basket in here. So this is how much ice. This is gonna fill up. This is where your ice is gonna fill up into this tray here. So yes, it's a fairly good sized device. This whole thing doesn't fill up with ice. It's just this. And below here, if we can see, so your tray is gonna sit here, and then you have a little reserve down here, and it's gonna show you the maximum water level, which is kind of hard to see on there in the camera, but you fill up the bottom here with water, turn it on, and it starts making cubes up here. So let's plug this in and see how long it takes to make our first cubes. And I'll show you the different sizes between the small and large cubes. All right, so I got it plugged in. I'm gonna start putting some water in. Here's 4 cups. We'll see how much water this device holds. And 4 cups, I'm about half full. All right, here's another 3 cups of water. I think we can still have a little room. I think we can go about 2 more cups of water. And another 2 cups of water. This should, yeah, there we go. Right at the maximum line, so 9 cups of water you can put in this device. We're gonna stick our little tray back in here. And this will run with the top up, so I will turn it on so we can see it on the camera, see what's going on. What's gonna happen is this tray is gonna lift up in the back here, and these little metal prongs come down. That's what's gonna make your ice cube. It's gonna make 9 ice cubes at a time. So let's go ahead and get a timer here to see how long it takes. It says in the box 8 minutes, but we'll just check and see that. See how long exactly it takes to get those first cubes from the time we power it up. Power, hit start on there. As you can see back there, the tray is starting to come up. That little basket there fills up with water. And I believe what those prongs do is what freezes, so the water freezes around those prongs, and that's what makes the cubes. All right, so it looks like it's filled up. It's gonna start freezing those cubes here. We're about a minute in, and obviously you can hear the fan. So this is what it's gonna sound like every time it's running to make cubes. It's gonna have this fan running. That's the only probably downside, if you can call it a downside to this, is you're gonna have the noise of the fan. It's not awful. When your fridge runs to cool down, your fridge makes noise too. So, it's not a super loud fan. You get used to it. So we will let this run here. We're 2 minutes in, and we will come back when we have some cubes about ready. Okay, so we are 6 minutes in, and I'm gonna show you something. Because it says in the directions too, it's gonna do this. These cubes are really tiny. So as we're gonna see, so it dropped the cubes off there. And it's gonna lift and scoop them into the basket here. These aren't the normal size cubes. We'll get to that in a second. All right, so then it'll go back down. That basket will fill up with water again and it'll start freezing some new ones. Let me pull one of these cubes out of here. As you can see, it's almost like bullet size. Very tiny. Let me bring it over here. Try to show you in this camera here. Okay. We lost it. There it is. Okay. So it's even going to say in here, and I'm going to read you some of these directions as it's going. So that was about 6.5 minutes, so a little quicker than the 8 minutes that it said. Just some of it has a whole bunch of bullet points here. Just go over a couple of them. After you get this device, it says let it sit for 24 hours before you use it the first time. After you unpack the ice maker, do not turn on the ice maker. Wait 24 hours to stabilize the refrigerant inside the ice maker before first use. So wait 24 hours. And it says the ice cubes produced will be relatively small at first. Do not be concerned, as this is not a defect. The unit will take a few cycles to produce the intended size. So that's why those are really tiny this first time. As it goes on, as you use it a few times, the cubes are going to start getting to the size that they're supposed to be. And it also has a drain down on the bottom, which I'm not going to move it because it's not going to make the cubes very. But it says to replace the water every 24 hours. But if you're running this, it's probably going to use up that water. If you're using ice quite a bit, which we do here, you're probably not going to have to worry about that. It's going to go through that 9 cups of water in the course of a day if you're scooping ice out a lot. Otherwise, if you don't, it says empty the water out every 24 hours. That way the water doesn't get stagnant and get, nasty water in there. So there's a drain on the bottom where you can drain out the water. Can't get to here, and I'm not going to lift it up. Either that, or you could just tilt the device, but either way. So we will let this go a little longer, and it will keep doing this. It'll keep running like this until this basket fills up. And sometimes the basket, because of the way it drops into the basket, as I'll show you here, the ice may pile up on one side, and it may think it's full. You just might have to go in, knock the ice down, and then it'll start running some more. And it comes with a scoop, which I'm gonna go grab the scoop. And I've been using this for about a week now, so I already have some ice cubes made. So I'm gonna show you the size difference from the big and small after you run the device after a while. They're not gonna be this tiny of ice cubes. Okay, and here is your little scoop that comes with the device. So you can just scoop out your ice out of there. Set that aside. And like I said, I have some cubes that I made in here already. And I'm gonna try to show you without these slipping out of my hands because they're starting to melt a little bit because it is warm in here. So this is a large, and then you got a small next to it. Not a whole lot of they're just slipping all over the place. Okay, so here we go. We're on to our next batch of ice cubes. A little bigger this time. Like I said, it's going to take a little while for these to get to normal size. And if you can see these when they come out, you can see the front ones are almost need a light in there. Like some of these are that you can almost see through. Let me get one of these. Because it's still working to get cold. Well, some of these ones in the back are getting a little more frozen. So I have my big one. This is one that I made earlier. And then if I can hold it, your small size. So not a whole lot of difference between the two. I mean, just a little bit. It just depends on the size of cubes you want. Now, when it says it makes 33 pounds of ice a day, so you're only gonna get that basket full of ice. So you're not gonna get 33 pounds at any one time. If you need that much ice, you're gonna run it, fill up the basket, empty it into a cooler or something. So this is one basket. I emptied it earlier when it's full. So this is about how much ice you're gonna get out of one basket. It's plenty of ice to fill, what is it? Unless you're filling your glass full, you're maybe 10 glasses of ice there, probably, depending on how much you put in there. And then as you scoop out ice, it's gonna keep making more. You're gonna get 9 cubes about every, what do we get, about 6.5 minutes? 6.5, 7 minutes, it's gonna keep giving you more cubes. Let me just shut this down now so you can hear me a little better. All right, so the reason this device comes in handy for me is because I have a fridge top freezer, just the small freezer on top that you're going to use these ice trays. And using my freezer is full of food, so I have a couple of these, and just trying to, you fill these up with water and trying to place them in there somewhere where it's not gonna tilt and all the water's gonna drip out can be a struggle sometimes. And then cracking them, pulling the ice cubes out, remembering to fill it up and put it back is just a pain in the butt. Where this, I don't have to worry about it. I can just come here, scoop out the ice I need, fill up my glass. It's gonna start making new ice right away. Never have to worry about running out of ice. Like I said, the only issue is the noise. Once you get used to that, like having that fan run, which we'll turn it on here. Other than that, you've always got ice on hand. So there you go, $199 for this device. I'm gonna leave a code in the description where you can save 10% on your purchase. 3 different colors for this device: black, white, or the stainless steel color. Makes up to 33 pounds of ice a day. Again, it's not gonna make it at one time. It's just gonna fill up this tray. Once that tray's filled, it's going to, if you are making ice constantly over the day, that's where it comes out, that 33 pounds of ice. So there you guys go, the Newair compact ice maker. If you have any questions or concerns, throw it down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Again, I'll leave that code in the description where you can save 10%. I'll leave a link to their website also. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a new video. I'll see you guys next time.